Okay, now what we want to do is want to actually find the coordinates of all these points. So let's start off with the real easy coordinates. This coordinate here, the initial side, since again this is the unit circle, and the unit circle has a radius of 1, the distance from the center to the circle here is 1. So the x value of this point is 1. The y value of this point, we're not going up and down at all, so the y value of this point here is 0. Okay, so that's the point 1, 0. Then, for our next, actually let's do the nice points first. Right up here, 90 degrees, or pi over 2. That one there has the coordinates. The x, we're not going left to right at all, so that's 0. And then the y coordinate, we're going up 1, so it has a y coordinate of 1. So this is the point 0, 1. Over here, this is a nice point. We go -1 for the x and 0 for the y, because we're not moving up or down at all. So that's -1, 0. Down below here, this point, the x value would be 0. And the y coordinate, since we're not moving, the y coordinate of this point, since we're going down 1, would be -1. Okay? Now, let's look at some of these points. Now, this is what we did yesterday as the assignment. Here, we're going to find 30 degrees, or pi over 6. We're going to draw straight down. So here, we're going to have a 30, 60, 90-degree triangle. And recall, you need to know the sides across from each of these. Across from a 30 is a half. Across from 60 is square root of 3 over 2. Across from 45 is square root of 2 over 2. Again, need to know that information. Okay, let me bring that there a little bit. There you go. Okay, so now we know this is a half. We know this is square root of 3 over 2. So the x value of this point would be square root of 3 over 2. Square root of 3 over 2. The y coordinate, which would be how much you're moving up, would be positive 1/2. Okay. Then for 45 degrees, we got rid of this, and we went positive 45 degrees, or pi over 4. We draw a line straight down. This is a 45, 45, 90-degree triangle, so we know that's square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2 on that right triangle, which makes both of these measurements square root of 2 over 2. Okay. Then, on the 60 degree, 60 degrees, draw your triangle down. This would be the 60 degrees. This would be 30 degrees. So across from 30 we know is a half. Across from 60 is square root of 3 over 2. So your x, which is left to right, is positive 1/2. And your y coordinate, which is up and down, is square root of 3 over 2. Okay? So there's the first quadrant. Now, if we wanted to find an angle over here on, let's say 120 degrees, well, because all of these angles are all using 30, 60, or 45 degree angles, what you can do is you can actually use symmetry or other reference angles to find it out. Well, if we notice here, 60 degrees and 120 degrees, looks like the y values there are at the exact same height. So 120 degrees should have the same y value as 60 degrees. So this would be square root of 3 over 2. And then we should notice here that the distance that you moved across to this point is actually the same distance that you moved across to this point. The only difference is here we went positive x, here we're going negative x. So this will be negative 1/2 for your x coordinate at that point. Okay? So you can actually use these angles to help you find these angles. Also, we could go down. Let's stick with the 60-degree angle. Which of these here could we use to find the 60? Well, if we just follow this straight down, looks like 300 should give us the same x value. We're going the same distance across here, so our x value is the same. So 300, the x would have to be 1/2. Okay. Our y value, this distance here, oh, look at that. It's the same distance. This distance and this distance is the same. The only difference is we're going negative rather than positive. So here we had on 60 positive square root of 3 over 2. So this is going to be negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is complete the rest of this unit circle as part of your assignment, and then you'll be doing some other exercises as part of your assignment, going back from radians to degrees to radians as well.